Hi everyone, I am Shweta here and we have today Dr. Megha S. Nath with us. She joined my community a few months back and she has got published her book. Her book is, let me share my screen with all of you, Buy Two Coffee. Can you all see this? Yeah. So it's her book, Buy Two Coffee and Other Stories Brewed in Bangalore. Congratulations, Megha,
Thank you.
that you did the 30-day author challenge, joined my community and implemented the most trusted author model and got published. Did you spend anything to get published, by the way, Megha?
No, ma'am. I haven't spent a single rupee for this. I have not spent.
That's cool. So my vision, my motto of doing all these sessions is to make people aware about writing, publishing, and marketing. So thank you so much, Megha, and congratulations for your book and coming here, spending time with all of us. She's a doctor, she's a dentist. Megha is a dentist, and she's also a best-selling author now. So let's get started with this interview. I hope that you're going to learn a lot through Megha's journey of getting published. So to you, Megha. So tell us more about you as a person, as a doctor, and decide to write a book.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm a dentist. I'm based in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and I've been practicing for quite some time. I've been writing since I was a child. I used to write these small stories and get them published in the community magazines. Every community has a magazine kind of a thing, the Samaj wala stuff.
Right.
So I used to contribute to that. And I used to write good essays in school. I used to win competitions and things like that. But I never thought of myself as an author anytime. Okay, I was fond of reading though. Yeah, and I used to meet a lot of people as a doctor, and every person had a story. So this kind of clicked in me, and I used to start writing it down. Every day if I met somebody interesting, any story they had to tell me, some anecdote, I used to keep writing it down every day, a diary.
Okay.
And during this lockdown, on our school group, we started discussing about all memories of Bangalore. I'm from Bangalore, born and brought up in Bangalore. So we started discussing about small things from school and childhood. And that's how the idea came up. I thought I must document it before we all forget with age and leave something for the next generation. So that's how it came about.
Wow. And the title, Buy Two Coffee, sounds very interesting and very Indian also, Buy Two, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. It is like your Mumbai cutting chai, buy two, one buy two. Yeah. So there is a story about that in the book. It's a collection of 10 short stories. Although it goes in continuity, it's basically 10 incidents. So the key to that lies in the book.
Okay. So tell us more about your book, Buy Two Coffee.
Yes, ma'am. The protagonist of my book is a 5-year-old child, Mala. And Buy Two Coffee is a coming of age story. Actually, it begins from her journey as a 5-year-old in Bangalore before the IT boom set in. So, and bond she shares with her family, and it ends with her finding her soulmate. Okay, so it goes over a series of years, down the lane. It's a takeoff on my life also. Okay, it's a few of it is a part of my life, and that's how it goes, man.
Okay. How much time did you take to write this book?
Ma'am, actually, I completed writing it. The first draft was ready within, I think, 10 days.
Okay.
Not even 10 days. But then I took a while to get it published because as a doctor, I was held up with all these things. And, there was a break with so much happening around us, actually. During the second wave, things got really disturbing and I just put it on hold. But then once I decided, I had it published within 12 days.
Wow. So that's like, within a month or 1.5 months you did it?
Yes, within a month, you can say, if you add it up. Yes.
That's amazing. So what would you like to share to everyone watching this video? What helped from the most trusted author model, the 30-day author challenge? What helped you do the entire book in that time period?
Ma'am, the key takeaway from that program for me was write every day. Okay, even if it is one word, consistency. Okay, I really believed in that, and I have a habit of writing every day, at least even a line, as a diary, as a journal. But coming to this, yes, I did write. On some days, even when I was very low and I didn't feel like writing, I went ahead and wrote at least one sentence. So I think that really helped me. Just lage rehna wala attitude jo tha, that I have to do it. Just keep going. We'll reach somewhere. I think that really helped me.
Okay. And what about publishing? Did anything of that help you publish?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Yes. I followed all the guidelines given, and I published it on Kindle, and I didn't have any issues. Absolutely. The cover was designed by a friend of mine, and that's how we went ahead. I didn't have any problems with it. Yes.
Amazing. So happy that you didn't spend anything in publishing.
Yes.
You were able to follow everything from the self-publishing toolkit and do it all by yourself, right? Did you take anyone's help?
Yes.
Like cover someone?
I had a friend helping. Yes, ma'am, with the typing and things, because I'm not so good at just managing the gadgets and stuff. So actually, my book was written on a mobile.
Wow.
You will laugh at me if I tell you. Yeah. So that's how it happened.
Okay. Any interesting incident that happened while writing the book, or miracle or magic?
When we uploaded this book, actually, when we uploaded it, we finally found out that there was an error in the cover, actually. And we put it up for pre-order, and everything was fine. And then suddenly I spotted an error. And we had to get the whole book down, and then we were banned from pre-orders for a year.
I know. That's why I never recommend anyone to go for pre-order. I never do it.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. I think I lost your voice.
So I said that that is why I never recommend people to go for pre-order, because you don't know the rules, and then you decide to do sudden change, and then you get banned for a year.
Yes. Actually, it was a very minor thing, but the perfectionist that I am, somehow I did not want to go ahead with that. It was we could have overlooked it, but then, it must be good. So it's a learning process, and I'm working on my next book. So I will keep in mind this time.
Amazing. So can you imagine, people, that she wrote her entire book on mobile, and looking at her job, meaning she's a doctor in COVID, absolutely busy, and still she was able to write and get published. What reason now, what excuse now you would give for not writing that book that you have been sitting on for a very long time? Okay. So absolutely inspiring, Dr. Megha. Very nice. Okay.
Thank you so much for your help, ma'am. Actually, I used to write, but I didn't have a proper, a guideline to follow, or the story structure and the characters. And one more thing I'm happy to share with you. I have won an award for the best fictional character child. The book has won an award, and it is featured in Jaipur Literacy Festival. So thank you.
Congratulations. Very nice. Very nice. So we have an award-winning author with us. That's amazing. So proud of you, Megha.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your guidance. And people really appreciated the way I had created the character. So I must really, I owe it to you, because that's where I learned, fleshing out characters and the dialogues and things. The course was a great help for me, the workshop, and definitely I owe it to you.
Wow. So good to hear that. So what is your word of advice to anyone who's starting out to write a book? Any word of advice to anyone?
Ma'am, I would go with the same thing what I've learned. Don't edit while you're writing. Yeah, just write what comes to your mind, to your heart. And once you're done, then probably you could go back. And ma'am, this book also required a lot of research, in the sense that I had to go back to those times, where there were certain bus numbers mentioned, some areas mentioned, which I was not sure. So I did all that research beforehand and then went on with the writing. I guess that's how, one must go about it. That's the right way. When you're writing, you just write, and the rest of the things can be done either before or after that.
Fantastic. So that is one of the key things. Research before or after, not while writing.
Yes.
And editing, nothing, no editing, no reading also, your stuff, whatever.
Yes.
No reading also, do that after you've done. So great word of advice, Megha. If someone has to read your book, okay, what is that reason? What do you think? Why should someone read your book, Megha? Why they should
somebody read my book, ma'am? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes, why they should read your book?
Ma'am, a person I would want a person to read my book to have a glimpse of Bangalore of the yesteryears. And it is sure to leave you with a very warm feeling looking at the family bonds and the life of this little girl who grew up with her grandparents. I mean, that feeling of happiness that one gets, the warmth of family bonds, it will leave you smiling, thinking of your childhood.
Wow. I can actually feel, so I stayed in Bangalore for a few years and I love the city. It's amazing. The weather, the greenery all around. It's very nice. And even the food. So
Yes,
I'm sure someone who's going to read that will actually experience Bangalore through your book, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so must read people, go ahead, grab a copy. So the link is here. And if you want to join my workshop, learn how to write a book, the link is also here. So thank you so much, Megha, for getting out time and
Thank,
here and sharing about you, your journey, your book. Thank you so much.
thank you so much, ma'am. It's such a pleasure and really grateful to you for all your help and guidance.
And
Please keep writing.
congratulations once again for winning award and also getting a book published without paying anything.
Thank you, ma'am.